Hello everyone, this is a scary story by MJM, and today's horror story is about the Delhi wedding trip. I hope this story will introduce you to some facts and you will also enjoy hearing it. It was supposed to be the happiest day of their lives. Sarah and David had been planning their wedding for months, and finally the big day had arrived. They had decided to have a destination wedding in a remote village in the mountains, surrounded by breathtaking scenery and a serene atmosphere. The couple, along with their closest friends and family, boarded a bus to take them to the village where the wedding was to take place. As they made their way through the winding roads, the weather took a turn for the worse. Dark clouds loomed overhead, and the rain began to pour down in torrents. The bus driver struggled to navigate the slippery roads, and the passengers grew increasingly anxious as they realized they were in the middle of nowhere with no cell phone reception. Suddenly, the bus came to a screeching halt and everyone was thrown forward in their seats. As they looked out the window, they saw that a massive tree had fallen across the road, blocking their path. Panic set in as they realized they were stranded in the middle of the wilderness with no way to contact anyone for help. The driver attempted to radio for assistance, but all he could hear was static. With no other options, the group decided to continue on foot, hoping to find shelter and help. They trudged through the mud and rain, their wedding attire now soaked and ruined. As they made their way through the dense forest, they began to hear strange noises coming from the trees around them. Suddenly, one of the bridesmaids let out a blood-curdling scream as she stumbled upon a grisly sight. It was a makeshift altar surrounded by eerie symbols and candles. The group realized they had stumbled upon an ancient burial ground, and they were not alone. Before they could react, they were ambushed by a group of hooded figures, their faces obscured by masks. The group fought desperately to defend themselves, but they were outnumbered and outmatched. One by one, they fell victim to the mysterious assailants. Sarah and David watched in horror as their friends and family were mercilessly slaughtered before their eyes. They knew they were next, and there was nowhere left to run. As the last of their loved ones fell, the hooded figures turned their attention to the bride and groom. In a final act of defiance, Sarah and David clasped hands and faced their fate together. The last thing they saw before everything went dark was the glint of a blade in the hands of their assailants. Their wedding trip had turned into a nightmare from which there was no escape. The remote village had held a dark secret, and it had claimed the lives of those who dared to trespass upon its cursed grounds. Thank you to all of you who listened to this story. And if you enjoyed this horror story, please subscribe my channel, like the video, and write your comments. And if you do what I said, I promise you that I will make horror stories like this.